Boom, welcome back, Instagram. What is going on? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope we are feeling the love today. We are just coming off of daylight saving time. We're officially in daylight saving time. I hope everyone's doing great. This entire, probably the rest of the month, it's all going to be about de stressing, dropping stress, reducing stress, managing through stress, being successful in spite of stress, and how to handle it. I felt this would be the best time because I'm seeing it when I was dropping my son off. Lots of their faces were like, ugh. And I see the kids getting out the car and like, ugh. And everyone just feeling this time change. But what can start to happen with this time change is our energy gets a little low. And sometimes a lot of things, some things can start to get amplified. And these things happen, right? And stress is a part of life. And whenever I run any sort of workshop, and I remember this is about 2 years ago, I ran this workshop, and I said, "What does stress mean?" And everyone throws their hands up. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, it's boom, boom, boom." I'm going around the room. It means it's horrible. My stomach hurts, headaches, problems, and we're like laughing. It's about 50, 60 people in the workshop, and I just listened to what everyone said. And then I just said to them, I asked them, I was like, what is the positive intention of stress? And of course, we're like eustress and de-stress, but just stress in its purest form. And then I kind of went around the room again, but it wasn't as many hands. And I said, stress means change. Stress, you're going to feel some stress when changes start coming into your life. You're going to start feeling some stress when we are out there, we're pumping our muscles up, or we're out there burning. And those muscles, as you're doing a run, or you're doing biking, or you're swimming, or you're hiking, you're going to feel a little bit of stress. Stress does not always mean problems. And it's about repurposing the stress. And honestly, started with today, it's about reducing the stress to recognize what's your sugar honey iced tea and what's their sugar honey iced tea. Because when we're out there, doing these great things and just being good people, by the way, subscribe at vernonleebrown.com. Got a great ebook about stress, especially for reducing entrepreneurs. Get yours now, vernonleebrown.com. But when we're out there and you're pushing and we're just burning to become better, burning to be, a better partner, to bring in more income, these things, it's going to cause a little bit of stress, a little bit of discomfort. But we can start unconsciously taking on other people's stress. First tip of the day, starting with this Monday, is recognizing what's your crazy and what's not your crazy. Just because someone, let me say it in a better way, because as someone I highly respect in this world, Ron, love you so much. Ron taught me this about 12, 15 years ago. And he said, don't let someone else's crazy become your crazy. And what he meant is just because it's emergency to other people, that doesn't mean that you need to respond to that. And let me repeat that. Just because it's someone else's emergency doesn't mean that you need to respond to that. Sometimes we can unconsciously take on other people's stress because we care so much and, oh my gosh, I really got to get this done. And oh my gosh, like sometimes, a minor example of this, how it shows up. My son will come in the room like, Dad. I'm like, what? And he's frantic. Therefore, I'm going to get frantic because this system fires up because it's like protect, defend, be ready to fight, all these things going on. And he's like, guess what? I'm like, what? And he's like, Bulbasaur. I'm like, the Pokemon? Now, meanwhile, I'm like amped up and I'm like, okay. And then it's like, then I relax. I'm like, dude, get out of here. Sometimes we don't get that relief to say, oh, it's just this. That could be us responding. So this is about learning how to take a pause, creating that boundary. Is this mine or is this theirs? Am I responding to this in the most appropriate way that benefits me, or I'm just reacting to how they are? Take that minute to pause. Give them space if you recognize that it's not your crazy or not your stress. Throw it right back at them. If they come to you and let's say they put something on you, for example, maybe in a work environment, maybe an office environment, and someone says, we got to get this done today. What have you done to get that done, to facilitate that? Throw it right back at them. Because sometimes people will come to you and ask questions and also kind of throw it on you at the same time. Throw it right back at them. If they maybe say, oh my gosh, we got only 15 minutes to do this. Wow, well, how are we going to get that done? How are you going to get that done? And then again, it throws it back on them. Don't let that crazy be yours. Don't let that energy come to you if it's not going to benefit you. If you want to help, that's great, but recognize in many cases, in some cases, not many and not always, there is an optional thing. Go out there, focus on de-stressing, replace the stress with success, or use the stress to help you create success. We're going to be talking more about that, expanding on how you can use stress to your advantage. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Subscribe at VernonLeeBrown.com. We got a new ebook coming out about helping entrepreneurs get through some stress and reducing those distractions. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.